Today we are sharing the story of one of my clients, anonymous of course. At Elite Fiscal we always maintain a strict confidentiality, and he has just secured the third passport in his portfolio to diversify and expand his options. As I mentioned in another video, I have spent quite a bit of time in Latin America over the past few years, mainly to avoid taxes and to obtain residency permits. And during that time, I have met quite a few Asians, especially in Paraguay, who run solid businesses. I have crossed paths with many of them in various cigar bars, and one of them in particular ended up becoming our client. He had already obtained a Caribbean passport before the recent price hikes, so he took advantage while they were still cheap. He did it with another agency and it was proceed quickly, so he was already feeling secure with 2 passports. However, after recent news from Europe, where authorities now want to restrict access to Caribbean citizenship by investment programs such as those in Antigua and Barbuda, Dominica, Grenada, St. Lucia and St. Kitts and Nevis, he started feeling uneasy. There is been talk of banning visa-free access from these countries into the European Union, claiming these programs are a serious immigration risk, even while the EU keeps its own borders wide open and allows the worst actors to enter freely. But anyway, that's Europe for you. We held some meetings at our office and we explained the available options, both investment-based and exception-based. He decided to take action on a European option that very few people know about it, which we offer in Serbia. It's not the only route, though many don't talk about the others because it doesn't suit their business. We also offer these programs in Austria and Bosnia. In Serbia, you are only granted the passport if you contribute directly or indirectly to the country in an area of special national interest. And yes, stimulating the local economy, depending on the amounts, is considered national interest by the government. The beauty of this pathway is that there is no set rulebook, no fixed reason or checklist for what qualifies. Only those who are deeply involved in this world really know when and how each country grants it. In many cases, it may involve buying several pieces of real estate or building from scratch in low population areas. In others, it could mean opening a business with a concrete action plan and business proposal, injecting capital and hiring a specific number of employees locally. Sometimes it could be a direct donation to a government institution, like a hospital, university, or for a disaster relief. In this client's case, he already had ongoing businesses in Paraguay, the US, and Europe, and since he has no criminal record, he came with a very strong profile. For him, one of the most accessible paths was to start a company in Serbia, contribute to the local economy, hire local workers, and develop a business plan focused on a sector that Serbia isn't currently funding heavily, where foreign investment is especially welcome. Once the government approves you, you can naturalize directly, because this citizenship by exception model is essentially a fast-track naturalization that does not require you to live a set number of years in the country. And they don't require you to renounce your previous citizenship, so you can keep both nationalities, as long as your country of origin doesn't force you to give up. We are currently waiting for the government's response, but based on previously successful cases handled by our team, the chances of approval in his cases are very high. Now, that doesn't mean anything is guaranteed, and it's also important to clarify that if he is rejected, he won't lose his money, contrary to what many people think. In that case, we can explore another extension-based route in Europe with a similar quality passport and a same price. This is the benefit of knowing how to act at the right time. If you let opportunities slip, you might lose your window. Just look at how Spain cancelled the golden visa, how the citizenship by investment programs in Moldova and Cyprus were shut down, or how favorable tax regimes like Portugal's NHR ended. Even residency in Panama has become more difficult. You need to be decisive, because if you wait, this option will disappear, and with the growing control from governments, it's unlikely they will ever come back. At our firm, we only work with official government routes through law firms with a strong track record, those who have successfully obtained passports for our clients, whether by descent, birthright, investment, or exception. And let's be clear, we are not talking about shady passports someone prints on a home printer in an afternoon. We are talking about legitimate passports integrated into the official system. In the case of exception-based citizenship, it's the head of the state, the president himself, who who reviews your case, analyzes how and how much you will contribute, and decides whether you deserve to become one of them. If this interests you, I invite you to fill out the form in the description. We'll take a look and then schedule a meeting to help you achieve your goal. I'm Victor, all the best.